So hello everybody, here we are at the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving at Macau GoAirborne 2024, and please state your name and tell us which discipline you're competing in and from which country you're coming.
Hi, I'm James Rogers, I'm from the USA, and I'm competing in Dynamic Two-Way Open and Freestyle Open.
Great. How did you get started in indoor skydiving?
So my dad was actually a skydiver. Through the military, he started fun jumping, and whenever I got to a certain age, he showed me that wind tunnels were a thing, and I loved it. And since then, I just kept going and going and going, and I learned that competing was a thing. And I love competing myself, so something that you love combined with something else that you love with competing makes it a perfect combination.
Okay, since what age?
Roughly 9.
9 years, and how long you're doing it already?
Just over 10, maybe 11, close to 11 years.
Okay, yeah. There's a saying like the first 10 years is the most difficult.
Yes.
Can you agree on that?
Yeah, it always, towards the beginning of your career and competing is gonna definitely be the hardest. It comes with certain challenges and everything like that, definitely.
Okay, great. What motivates you to participate in this championship?
Seeing all of the world-class flyers here, all of the new moves, all of the extremely fast speed rounds, really motivates me, to strive to be even better.
Okay, so how do you prepare physically and mentally for the events like that?
Yeah, physically, there's lots of maintaining flexibility, maintaining strength, trying to get as strong as possible without getting too bulky, because too much weight for the tunnel could potentially be a negative effect. And yeah, just mentally, lots of preparing just so that whenever you go to actually compete that you're going to do what you've trained to do.
All right. What specific skills or techniques have you been working on?
Me and my teammate Landon have been working a lot on flying together as a two-way. So a lot of times you see some teams kind of flying individual things on their own, and it's not really flying together. So we've been really focusing on how can we fly as together as possible.
Cohesive.
Cohesive, yes.
All right, great. Do you have any pre-competition rituals or routines?
Yeah, lots of just warming up, getting the nerves out, everything like that. Watching videos of previous training, just to give, a bit of a confidence boost.
All right. What's the most challenging aspect of indoor skydiving at a competitive level?
I would say for a lot of people, it's the mental aspect, coming here all the way across the world with, a year or more of training leading up to it can really build pressure to people and make them, feel nervous or anything like that. So I would say definitely the mental aspect is probably the most difficult thing about it.
Okay, so and how do you handle the pressure during the flight?
For me personally, I just look back to all of the training that I've done and just know that I've prepared the most that I can, and I should fly the way I have in training.
Great. Can you describe any memorable moment during those championships you ever had so far?
Yeah, definitely. I would say actually most of the competitions have been very memorable. Maybe even this one so far is the most. This has been a very well-run competition. It's at this amazing tunnel, probably one of the best in the world, if not the best tunnels. Yeah.
Great. What do you love the most about indoor skydiving?
I personally like the fact that it's such a unique sport. You go up to some random person on the street, say you're an indoor skydiver, they're like, oh, what? I've never heard of this, So it's something that you can compete at the highest level, and it's also something that's unique combined with that.
Great. Where do you see yourself in this sport within 5 years?
Personally, I see myself continuing to compete, always striving to be faster and dynamic and better free routines, and also doing more competing and actual skydiving out of the planes.
All right. You are an experienced indoor skydiver so far, 10 years. That's quite the experience, but what would be your suggestion or advice for aspiring indoor skydivers?
Yeah, a lot of times whenever people come to competitions, they could get a little bit, you know, depressed or unmotivated because it's very early and maybe they don't score the best or something like this. And I see a lot of people quitting because of this. So I would say just stay consistent and keep showing up to the trainings, keep training, and you know, with hard work, it'll pay off. You'll get where you want to be eventually.
There's a saying like success depends 80% on showing up.
Absolutely.
So 20% still.
Yeah.
All right, so, and now I have a specific question about this particular tunnel. You've been flying a lot, I bet. So what's your take on this tunnel?
Me personally, I love this tunnel. It's probably my favorite that I've flown in. As far as the 14-footers, the air quality is amazing. It's extremely smooth. The viewing area is among the best, I would say, probably the best for these competition tunnels. It's extremely tall, so there's lots of flying area. And I could go on and on and on. It's probably one of the best tunnels in the world right now. I love it.
Great. Have you used the safety net underneath it?
Yeah, I noticed that. It moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is actually probably one of the best designs there is for a net, because I was talking to Tom Ivans, the head instructor here, and he said that they've never replaced one wire in 3 years. So I don't think any other tunnel can say that, you know. So it's definitely a thing with maintenance that's been perfected at this tunnel.
Okay, so speaking of the next question, is there anything you could imagine what could be even better improved at this tunnel, at this stage?
Honestly, the only thing that I could possibly think of about this tunnel is the one pole that's close to the door, right in the antechamber. Occasionally for speed rounds, if you're at a certain trajectory, you could possibly hit the pole.
Okay.
So I would say maybe that's the only thing, but everything besides that, I would say, is the most thought out and the best at any tunnel I've seen so far.
Okay, great. So currently, at least as much as I saw the results, you are standing number 2 in the freestyle.
Correct.
What's your feeling about it?
Yeah, me personally, I do freestyle just because I love to do it. So seeing the scores doesn't really change how I feel about what I'm doing, you know. I really enjoy freestyle and I love to do it, so yeah, that's really just why I do it, and that's how I feel about it.
Great.
Yeah.
James, I wish you a successful championship.
Thank you.
I hope you will be on the pedestal.
Yes.
We will see tomorrow or on Saturday, and thanks for the interview, and
Yes.
thanks for the great reference.
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.